Max.
And we are here in Carmel by the Sea, and we thought we'd share some Maki-E pens with you. We have in the past. We thought we'd just focus in on the actual art and process of Maki-E, which is very technical, generally in Japan, that requires hand painting and produces some phenomenal pens. So I believe we showed these two here. So we'll start with the Pelikan 7 Treasures. This is the Pelican M1000 7 Treasures. Based on the Buddhists. There are 7 treasures of Buddhism that are hand painted into the barrel of this pen. And I don't know what all of them are off the top of my head.
But he's going to guess. Let's listen to what he thinks are the 7 treasures of Buddhism. Number 1, go!
I would never. But I will point out the chatoyance, the shimmer of some of the hand placed Maki-E. Just it's a gorgeous, gorgeous pen. And I am not wearing a glove now for the sake of the video, but we are polishing these. Rest assured that when you buy these pens, these are brand new and come to you fully polished, never used, barely touched.
There is something about it. I mean, again, we try to get as many of the videos up on the product pages on the website as we can, and that one we probably need to zero in on and get up there, because once you see it in motion, that iridescence really kind of
that's a great point, because there is the Rodden White Ray, I think, was our first example. This is the Namiki, which is the I think we call it the Prestige line from Pilot.
It's the premier.
Night Scene of Pavilion, and it is a gorgeous Buddhist temple, hand painted into it. This is actually really rare. It's a somewhat limited edition. It was the one they produced last year, but not many people have it, from what I understand. Like, this is really hard to get in stock, and we have one. So if you want it, we can box it up and send it out to you.
We can. We are capable of doing that. This is something that we will do for you.
Nib. It's like this. Jesus.
Yeah, the Namiki nibs are pretty aggressive. I find.
They're fantastic and so smooth. It's just a beautiful, beautiful pen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've covered those before.
This one's kind of a cool one. This is kind of going in a different direction. This is this is a Lamy dialogue, which you may have seen before. It's in addition to very few others, a retractable fountain pen, and as I always say, I enjoy a good mechanism, and the mechanism on these is just gorgeous. It's a lovely little twist and extension of the nib there, and as you close it, the door that shuts behind it, I'm not even going to bother pointing at the camera because it's not like that's probably not showing up at all, but the little enclosure that closes behind is very satisfying. But it's kind of neat because Lamy is known as being a German company. They make a lot of extremely well engineered and almost utility pens. These are pens that they're going to work. It's like we said it before, they've stripped everything out of the pen that isn't pen.
Right.
Here it
like
is.
the Lamy 2000.
Exactly.
It's an essential pen. It's everything that's not pen doesn't belong here.
Yeah. Even the idea of their retractable nib is the same thing. Out in. That's it. There's nothing extraneous about it. But this is a Lamy dialogue that is Maki-E, and this is Mystic Leaves. It also comes in gold.
Gold leaves. Yes. This is the urushi.
Yeah, this one's much more understated. It doesn't have that gold pop to it, but
it's still got a depth to it.
Yeah, there's so much depth, and the subtlety to the design on it is really pretty impressive. It's pretty breathtaking to check out.
And I believe there are 28 in the world, if I'm not mistaken.
Of these?
There are very few of them. We have one. And I think they retail at $9,800 or $8,900. So. One of the.
But again, it's just not something that I would expect out of Lamy, and I think it's this is numbered 4 out of 20. So it's rare, but it's pretty neat. It's a pretty exceptional pen.
Yeah. Well, and so we covered those. That one, as we just said, is in the 9,000 range. I think the 7 Treasures is up there. I know that this one is 6,000. That's a lot to spend on a pen. So, it's an investment, and it's worth every penny of it. But if you want something a little more accessible, it's the 3776 Maki-E Sakura. I don't know if it's actually hand painted or if it's silkscreen, but it is a beautiful, beautiful pen with a converter cartridge system. That's terrific. Platinum pens have a little more gold in the nibs, and they sit a little further back in the feed, so you get a little more feedback. It's a little more tactile.
They sit back in the feed so you get more feedback. That's where the term comes from.
Look at that. So this is a gorgeous one. Cherry blossoms, I think. And it's a beautiful, beautiful pen for, I think it's under $400 if I'm not mistaken.
Nice.
You'd have to check the website, thepleasureofwriting.com. Look up Sakura, Sakura.
Correct. That is how you spell it. That's how you, the anglicized version of Sakura.
Sure. And
you can get that plus the that new Uroshizuku ink that is
sure, the Lotus Blossom.
The raft of cherry blossom. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Oh,
which is a beautiful,
perfectly
beautiful
together.
ink. Yeah. So that is our Maki-E stuff that we have in the store right now. I mean, there's a few other examples, but we thought we'd show you just the process, talk a little bit about how long it takes to make. A lot of people are like, wow, that's a lot, but they don't understand that it's also 6 months sometimes, because you paint one layer and then you come back and you lacquer over it, but then you're doing more lacquer on top of that. It's a long process, but worth it. Like the depth on the night scene of Pavilion is just spectacular. Like it looks like you could walk in the door of that temple. It's beautiful. So that's what we have for you tonight. So thanks for stopping in. Thanks for subscribing and liking and commenting and keeping up with The Pleasure of Writing. I hope you're visiting the site regularly and following us on Instagram.
We'll see you soon.
Yeah.